Welcome, guys, into this beautiful podcast moment with my dear sister and friend, Skye Walker. She is such an angel on earth and such a powerhouse. And yeah, I'm very grateful to be here in your Mermaid Palace in Tulum, and that we got to share all these moments in this big expansion moment in our mission and on earth that we're living, and that we are actively working for right now, each in our
Full
own
power.
full force, each in our own medicine. And it has been such a beautiful thing to weave together and to talk more about what is that medicine that we're bringing forward and how they also are connected and aligning. And I will put you the contact of Skye on Instagram, because she is doing incredible things in this world, and she's working with something extremely unique and rare, that is the dream world. So she is a dream coder, and she helps us to access this part of our life, which is a third of our life, which blows my mind, that we often actually completely leave unspoken for and unreached and unconsciously in our life. And yeah, she's helping us to grow stronger and more powerful in the decoding of these dreams, so that we reclaim that part of our life fully, because they have so much to tell us. They have a lot of guidance for us. And when we start working with our dream world, dream realm, we're actually accessing so much more of our sovereignty, and life feels even more miraculous. The signs are everywhere, the messages are coming through, and our soul is fully connected in our heart and in our living life. So yeah, it's very special, and I'm super grateful that you're doing this work in the world and your dream expeditions. And I think that everyone should access this full well of knowledge that we have inside of us. So yeah, I'll put all your contacts, and yeah, I'm very grateful that we're here together.
Gracias, sister. What an introduction. Thank you, and thank you.
So today it's very special. It's my last day. I'm leaving today back to Australia. And yeah, I just had a full 2 weeks portal in Mexico, Tulum. It was the first time that I was coming here after years of being called to this land. And I knew that there was a lot of resonance with my soul, a lot of beautiful abundance that was supposed to happen here in relation to the work as well, to the Heka mission that we have been walking for many years now. And yeah, I just finished a full training. I was leading a Heka Initiation Training Level 1 for 10 incredible light leaders, women, powerhouses. And yeah, this was magnificent. It was full of grace. It was, it is one of the most powerful fields that I have ever been in, this living light field that we open when we are surrendering to our divine essence, when we are listening to the Heka technology of light, that is this field of pure light, living light, life force activation. And during the initiation training, we are all incredibly powerful people coming into surrender for the divine will, for this ascension on earth right now, for the return of light in our bodies and in our lands, and for the return of heaven on earth. And this Heka consciousness and living light field is such a precious gift that we keep receiving. And as we keep opening up to it and surrendering together in a sacred land, in sacred spaces, we keep receiving more of its magic and more of its guidance for the future. It is bringing through the template of the new earth. And so I feel like we just completed one part of it. And it was glorious. It was magnificent. It felt like a blessing. I'm very grateful. And yeah, the 10 beautiful women have now journeyed back to their lands, their homelands, and they are going to share the frequency as facilitators and vessels for Heka Living Light. And I'm incredibly grateful for this work. Yeah.
Aho. I am incredible. I'm incredible.
You are.
Well, wow. Okay. And I feel incredible, really, since this work. Actually, incredibly incredible. Even waking up, I'm quite usually tired in the mornings, and since this transmission, I'm full of light. I'm really full of energy in this activation, and I know the codes are still seeping into my body. But since this Heka activation, I am activated. And having done and been with a lot of plants and a lot of plant medicine and earth medicines, like this does that but it's a living light frequency that again requires no external intangible thing to go in. It's harnessed and it's activated by your presence, by your inner standing of its sacred geometry, by, I feel, the gifting of your soul from many, many past lives that has been doing this work in this field here and now. And it's so special. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your gift so much. And thank you for your service deeply, because it's so needed right here, right now, in this time. So I want to ask you, what is happening in this time on this earth, and what is the Heka Living Light exactly, and what is it for during this time?
Thank you, my love. Oh, I'm so grateful, because it's true that on the last day of the training, we are opening a full Heka activation for visitors, for our friends, for people around here. And you were a part of that. So that's the field of Heka activation you have received and felt and fully resonated with from your light. And I feel like this is it. You know, this is what Heka Living Light is, as you well said. It is with no external output, no external medicine. We are coming into the full surrender and the full presence of our truth, of our divine beingness. And it is taking us from the core essence, from the core blueprint of our soul. And then by coming together with a facilitator that fully embodies the sacred geometry of that light technology, there is a resonance happening. And the constellation of being there creates the event. It is a divine event. It is a divine gift and a mystical moment that happens all the time when we come together in that field. So the facilitator is like a frequency holder. They are embodied in that surrendered place, but embodied with the living light field, which is life force energy at its really intense, high intensity and frequency and vibration. So it's a more intense quality of the same life force that is always moving through us, through everything that is.
Yeah.
Just a higher frequency of it. And then the living light field, which is very proper to the Heka technology, which has come through my many years of experiences of just listening to this field and serving it. And so listening to it, this technology has been coming through. It's very precise. It's definitely linked to the divine holy light of the Divine Mother. It's very pristine. It's pure frequency. And it has a full sacred geometry that goes way beyond the mind. For example, in the training, I did not teach any protocol that you have to follow from the mind to this woman to become a frequency holder. It was through our constant weaving and organic surrender in that living light field, which is beyond the conscious mind and conscious awareness, beyond the personality, beyond the ego, beyond everything that is from this realm of conscious human living. We were giving into the divine part inside of us and letting that move through us. And this is where the magic can really happen and come through. And we are facing now a constellation that is ever giving. It's giving us a lot of light codes that are coming from real cosmic aspects of our own selves and our own soul.
Wow.
And we are connecting to way higher light consciousness and aspect of reality, of the divine and of pure consciousness, pure source. When we're doing that, we're basically connecting to the highest level of truth and reality, which can come through us, our bodies, our vessels, and through the lens. That's why we are bridging heaven and earth, literally, not as a concept, not as something we read in the book, not as something we understand with the mind. It goes further now because we're all fully embodied and being moved in that space by life force energy through our bodies, but very much in that pure frequency space, pristine light of source that then anchors the codes of heaven, of purity, of divinity, of power, of sovereignty, of freedom, of peace, of harmony. It's healing everything in our bodies. It's healing everything in our relations towards ourselves, towards one another. It's healing the land, because the way we remember our divinity through this constellation and light technology, the land also gets the exact same treatment.
Wow.
The more we anchor light in this land, in the waters, the more the land remembers its original template before distortion, before dissonance. So bringing back coherence, it's inherently this work. And to answer the first question, this is what's happening on Earth. We're all rising consciousness. It's ascending its vibration, its frequency. It's returning basically to the original perfect vibration of the divine, of harmony. It's harmony. And so we're going back there. And of course, there's a threshold right now. We're in the transition moment. So not everything is graceful. Not everything is pure light or heaven. But we're returning to that. We're remembering who we are. And the remembrance is now the next step. First years was all remembrance. Now we still remember, but we anchor. And so this is what's happening. It's the anchoring of this light that we've been remembering. We're anchoring it as we are embodied in the divine self that we really are. And the lands are returning as well. And we are working with the lands and building new kind of communities and cities and villages that are serving that. So it's happening. And I feel Heka Living Light is just one of the most powerful spaces I've ever been in that is just being given to us.
Yeah.
So that we can fulfill this wonderful destiny we all chose, and we're all here for it.
Aho! And so it is. And so it is. So this is the new earth, the new template, the temple, heaven to earth, coming home. And now I know, and I'm learning and I'm witnessing, and I know that a lot of people out there as well perhaps have this pending question, which is, we know of Kundalini and we know of light force, and we work with these light activations in different ways. How is Heka quintessentially different?
Yeah.
What is its difference?
Yeah.
And how was it downloaded to you?
Yeah, wow.
I mean, I know that's a very personal question, but what is Heka specifically, and how is it different to other light activations?
Well, I feel like we have whole access right now, and they keep coming through those different technologies of light, of consciousness, whether it's through medicine, whether it's through the dream work, whether it's through life force. And we just are so many souls out here that have been chosen, and that we have chosen to be here in this time as way showers and light leaders. And so through every soul, different blueprints and different pieces of that puzzle, different medicines are coming through. So I feel like in the realm of life force and Kundalini activation, there has just been many different lineages and people bringing through their own codes of the same one wonderful energy. And the codes that have been coming through my deep listening and deep surrender to this mission and my devotion to it has been, expressed as Heka and Living Light. And so the major difference is that it is a unique blueprint. And if I would qualify it with certain qualities and flavors, it is really pristine. That has been the feedback from many, many years of working with thousands of people, actually, where they all feel this soft grace to it. Even though the process is one of the most powerful, it can be intense in the body, it's a full awakening, but it's deeply integrated. It's actually anchoring in the nervous system in a gentle way. There's a soft force into it. And everyone that comes into a Heka field held in pure integrity, in pure devotion, in non-forceful way, all the facilitators, frequency holders of Heka, have completely dissolved their ego when they enter this space. So we come in non-duality.
Wow.
Yeah, we come into this absolute devotion service of, I am here to be an instrument for the highest good. Please, divine light, use me in the most graceful way for those people that come to receive within themselves this same light. So there is a non-forceful way. There is a pristine divine mother lineage aspect. It's very connected to Isis, to ancient Egypt as well, but even beyond. It's cosmic, and it's very much connected to true light. It's the truest light. There is nothing else that enters this space, nothing else that exits this space. It's just true light, everything coming back to it. And I would add that this process, what I have witnessed from the Heka light, is that it's activating deeply our light body. It's helping us go back to Homo Luminous, which is the next phase of our evolution, which is an ancient future happening right now, where we are taking back our physical bodies to their full light body activated expression. We're doing that by etherizing the physical body and by anchoring the true light of our souls within the physical. So it is in no way an out-of-body experience. It is a very felt experience of that divinity, which can anchor and harmonize everything here and now. By becoming more light and by etherizing our physical vessels, we're actually anchoring fully here and now our multidimensionality, where we are no longer identified to the body, to the personality. We're also very much present in all the subtle layer, all the infinite, invisible, mysterious layers of life. And then we can operate on all of it. We can operate as multidimensional light body, meaning we're more connected to all that is, meaning we manifest instantly. We create miracles instantly. Miracles are just being weaved through us. It's such a graceful way of living in full merge with the divine, with nature, with life. And it's a fun way of creating the life of our dreams, of dreaming this life into being and dreaming the brightest future we can as a collective into being. We can only do that once we are fully aligned in our truth and connected to all that is, so that from all the layers, from the quantum to the physical, our full intention can come through instantly, and we can truly weave miracles on earth.
Ho, ho. And so it is.
So it is.
Sophie, what do you see now is the key to help us continue to anchor this light?
Thank you for this question. The way I see it is from my experience. Every time that I have held a physical in-person training, it has been incredible. The ripple, the anchor, the actual living in that realm, living in the new earth. And it's every time that we come together in person. And so I have been diligently serving and offering and birthing these different initiation trainings and pilgrimages around the world, in Greece, in Egypt, in Bali, in France, in Mexico. And the vision keeps coming through more and more around those spaces. We need to expand the length that we spend in those spaces. We need to come with more people. And we need to truly stay and sit and lay down and dance and just be together in surrender within the living light field that we co-create. So one major evolution of this mission is the Sanctuaries of Light. As I told you before in our personal conversation, these are incredible spaces that are meant for us to be able to live in that new Earth template and to make it the new normal, to really anchor a whole new phase of this work where it's not only individual awakening, expansion, and sovereignty, empowerment in that divine remembrance, it's actually a collective embodiment of that newness. And to me, this feels like the next step, what we are meant to be doing now. It's so important that we keep coming together in person. And everything that we do online, every gathering, every courses, it is so essential. I feel like it's necessary and it's such a gift because we can come together from all over the world regularly and constantly. But when we come in person, I feel like this is where we anchor all this work that we have been preparing. So for me, those Sanctuaries of Light are this key code. It's the way that we will be creating the new earth and actually living in it. So I'm going to be creating more of those spaces. They will look like trainings, they will look like retreats, and they will look like hybrids of both. And it's going to be for more people, not just 12, but maybe 30, 40, 60. And we are definitely looking for those physical sanctuaries to welcome such powerful expansion and movement, because it is a movement, and we have been creating the spaces all over the world already, but it's time that we make it bigger and we serve it in a higher impact way, because now is the time. We've all been coming online, and more of us are remembering, more of us are being called to this work. It is for a reason. It's because it truly is serving us and this new earth anchoring.
Oh, amazing. So who is this work for, and how does one know if they're being called to this?
I love this question because I feel like sometimes, this might feel like something foreign or something that is, too far, basically, far out or out there or, woo. But the truth is, this work is the innermost nature of who we are. And everyone can access it. Everyone actually should access it, in my opinion. Every time that we are in the training and fully surrendered together, we have this feeling of like, this is home. This is home. When someone enters a living light field, it feels like the most home natural feeling ever. So it's for everyone. It is meant to everyone to reclaim that fullness and that power, that life force fully alive, fully expanded, and that multidimensional presence fully anchored and grounded, because we are all so much more than we think. And no matter what is the entry point, because this work can be talked about in abstract way, in divine ways, in scientific ways, in nervous system way, it can be talked about in many, many different ways. But no matter what is the entry, this is meant for us to be reclaimed fully and to remember. This is a part of how we remember who we are in the original template, in the original seed that made our soul and that made us here, human, alive. So people who feel the calling, they just feel the curiosity. They feel an immense guidance. They feel they have a message in their dreams. They have a message from a friend. They see a video of a Heka activation on someone and they feel something like a trigger or a curiosity or something that lights up or a strong emotion. It can be so many things, but it's always a little something that tells you, there is something there for you. And if you have that nugget, please follow it. Go and have an activation with one of the Heka facilitators, because it is a reconnection to your true inner magic. And everyone should access this. Everyone should remember how sovereign beings they are. So yeah, I encourage really the entire world, and I pray that everyone on earth remember their divine power, their divine essence, and that we all together can become these beacons of light and these bridges that are anchoring back harmony onto our lands, onto our beautiful existence and in our bodies first. This is what we're meant to do. We're all on this journey in many different ways, and Heka is just one beautiful part of serving this ascension and inner rising. So we're doing it together. This is the key. When we hear the calling, we have to answer, because it's happening when we come together that miracles can really happen. And we're nowhere near finding out the end of it. It keeps revealing, it keeps on giving, and it's an ever evolving field that will keep revealing to us as we keep surrendering, coming together in devotion, in trust, and in full recognition of our divine power.
Ooh, aho. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Choo-choo. Sister, thank you so much for your work. Thank you for existing in this lifetime with me. I'm so lucky. And anyone else that gets to receive this frequency and this being here on this planet in this lifetime. Oof.
Thank you so much, my love.
You're welcome. To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond, here and now.
We do it together.
Always. And I will put you the links to all the next Sanctuaries of Light, all the next initiation trainings that you can join in person. And of course, the weekly activations that I offer worldwide, all over internet and Zoom. And for us to come together, you will have access to everything so that we can join forces and remember together.
I hope the force is with us.
Much love.